We're gonna, thumbs up, thumbs down if you agree or not. Do you guys understand?
Yeah.
And so what we're gonna do is when we're done modeling, we're gonna talk through it and what it looked like and sounded like. Okay, so we have some common understandings. You're gonna start reading first?
No.
How about, would you mind? Do you mind if you started reading? It's easier for me because I like to listen. Who's ever been a listener?
One time I scared my cousin really bad. First of all, my cousin and I went to the basement. My other older cousin was it because he lost.
He's talking. You can't talk to him.
He's fine. He's reading.
How do you know what he's saying?
He'll be fine. Why aren't you talking to me?
He stopped reading.
Oh, why'd you stop reading?
For many reasons.
Well, what would have been the first? Why aren't you? I'm talking. Well, but you're fine. You're doing your reading. You're good. Why aren't you talking to me? You're supposed to talk to me. I'm asking you about Ant-Man and the new adventure movie. Why aren't you talking to me?
Because he's talking. You're supposed to listen to him.
Oh, I'm supposed to be listening to him?
Yes.
Oh. Okay. All right. Shh. I'm showing you what it's supposed to look like.
One time I scared my cousin really.
What? I'm listening. What's wrong with this picture? Is this not okay?
No.
Look what she's doing. Why is your thumb down?
Because you're not paying attention to them. When somebody's reading, you should be looking at them or just.
So what was I doing with this?
You're like a cat.
You're just playing
Listening to it.
Oh, I'm playing around. Oh. So I'm wondering, wait a minute, you said I had to listen. Giovanni, she said I had to listen. And then, but it's really hard for me to listen. Why is it hard for me to listen?
Because you're playing.
You're not looking at him. You're not trying to.
Oh, okay, I have to look at you. All right. So I'm listening and I have to look. So I have to look at him and listen. Okay, I'm ready.
One time I scared my cousin really bad. First of all, my cousin and I went to the basement. My older cousin was.
What are you doing?
I'm looking at him. You told me to look. I'm looking at him.
You're baby. You need to stay in your bubble. Stay in your bubble.
Oh,
Just stay in
I'm looking at him.
But you're not listening.
You're right. I have not heard a word he said. Because now I'm just looking at him.
That's what Miss Mommy said. She said it. You're just like.
I'm confused.
You're not paying attention to him. You're acting like you're listening to him, but you're really not. Like you're acting like you don't want to listen to him.
That's what Miss Mommy said. She said when you're looking at somebody like. That means
I'm not really looking.
But not listening.
So I have a problem here though. I can't actually listen because I can't see his work. So is this the best way to sit when you're conferencing?
No.
I can't
Shoulder
see.
to
So I
shoulder.
wonder if we go like this. Here, turn this way.
Shoulder to shoulder.
Turn this way.
That's way better.
Oh, I see his work now. I might be able to pay attention. So we now know, just based on a few bad examples from myself, what not to do, right? So you said, from what I heard you just say, you said I have to listen. You said I have to be a support. You said I can't play around. I need to focus on him, but I can't look at him because that doesn't even make sense if I stare at him. Then I'm not even listening. I have no idea what he's saying.
If he's looking
So-
at you, then you're supposed to be looking at his work.
I think we need to look at the work together. Now, does that mean I have to read it with him? No.
You
But
just
I
gotta follow
certainly,
it through.
I'm going to follow along with him as he's reading. I'm going to be reading it in my head too. Because not only am I hearing it, I'm seeing it. That way, I'm involved in the work. Do I have anything in my hand?
No.
Nothing. Is my drop book open? Am I reading my drop book?
No.
No. In fact, I can leave it in my lap. It can be on the floor. Okay. So now I'm ready to support him. I'm ready to help. I'm ready to question, because what we do, we question each other. We listen, we question, and then we clarify meaning. When something doesn't make sense, I want to be able to support him. Yes?
I have a way, but it's a mistake.
Okay, so if you didn't hear what Danye said, she said, you're not going to tell him to stop and try and fix every single mistake, okay? Oh, you needed a capital. Oh, you need a period. Well, those conversations shouldn't even be in a conference because that's editing. It has nothing to do around making meaning. What you want to do is listen, and if there's something that you really don't understand, yes, we are going to put our hand, everyone put a hand out, gently. So you're going to put a hand out. And that's our stopping tool. We're not going to yell at them. We're not going to say, stop. We're going to just simply put our hand on the draft book, okay? That just means stop reading because I had a question and I need more information. Exactly. Thank you. Okay, so let's try this. Okay.
One time I scared my cousin really bad. First of all, my cousin and I went to the basement. My older cousin was it because he lost rock, paper, scissors.
Okay, so really, first of all, great job. Okay, what's the first thing I did? Compliment.
Complimented him.
Compliment. Second, I heard you say that you have my cousins and I went to the basement, my older cousin. So you're mentioning a few cousins. I'm wondering, I don't really have any information on your cousins right away, and I don't have a picture in my head about your cousins. I'm wondering if you can add some information about your cousins to help me visualize as you're talking about them.
Yeah, I was wondering if you could help me with that, adding these details in.
Oh, you already put them in your plan. What was your idea first? How do you want to put that all in the intro, or do you want to, so I'm going to put this sticky right here, so you know to go back to that part. So let's read the next part.
We did rock, paper, scissors for we know who was it. In addition,
For we know who was it? For we know who was it? We did rock, paper, scissors before we knew who was it. So I'm just gonna circle this lightly because you're gonna erase it and go back and fix that. That would be something that you have to reword. And if you need my help later, I'll come back and help. But right now, let's not dwell on it. I'm gonna circle it gently and then I want you to come back to it, okay? Okay, keep going. I'm writing down the idea that he's gonna need to give me more detail about that area, but what's he doing? He's rereading it right now. So if it takes a little bit of time, it's okay, but I'm gonna give him a reminder so he can go back. Now, let's go ahead and stop there. You did a really good job. Give him a hand. Give him a hand. Jose, you did a really good job with coming in with that thought process already, and that's exactly what I want to hear you guys doing. If you already have ideas, you're going into this conference with, you need support, you want a good piece. If you already have thinking involved, share it, okay? Because that's where you guys we're going to work together. Now, the idea, Larry, is we don't want to sit here and fix everything. What do you think the sticky notes are going to be used for? When we're done conferencing, he's going to go back into his draft book. He's going to get a blue pen. He is going to say, oh, I know I need to work through this right here. And he is going to, in here with his blue pen, make the changes. Is he going to erase anything?
No.
Nope. He's not going to erase anything. He's going to use what he knows so I can see the changes he made. So when he comes to my table for a conference with me, I can see the changes that he made in his work. Make sense? Now, is he checking for capitals?
No.
Periods? Spelling? No. Are sticky notes to be used for, you didn't put periods, you didn't use capitals? No, don't even tell him. Has nothing to do. Okay? We don't need to know. Spelling's not going to get in the way of meaning just yet. You guys know what you wrote. You can reread what you wrote. So every sticky note you get, it is in the spots where you're going to need to go back and develop yourself as a writer. Okay? Make sense? It wasn't like it got you excited to read it with them. That would be something you come back to and say, can we work on your beginning? Or here's a suggestion I think you could do in your beginning. You're gonna listen for details of your character, of the characters, and the setting. Just like we know on the mountain plan, you gotta hear those characters and setting first, right? So if they're writing a story, you wanna look for the characters and the setting. Alex did what I did as a writer. He took on the idea of, I gave you an idea of what you would be reading about. Something scary, something life-ending, life-changing, okay? But without giving it away. So does their intro kind of give you an idea of what you're going to be reading about? If not, help them get there, okay? Second, in the middle, are the details expanded on? Does it sound like this? And Johnny went to go get a taco. And then he went to the store with his mom, and then they went home. Or does it sound like Johnny hungrily devoured his chicken and beef taco with white rice and black beans because he was in such a hurry, ran to the car with his mom, who then slammed him in, slammed the door, rushed out of the parking lot to get home to get to their show in time.
Yes.
Okay? Do you see the difference? So that's what you're looking for here. Are the details expanded on? Are they elaborated? Do you see it? Can you hear it? Can you feel it? Can you see things happening? Okay? That's what you're looking for. Is it in order? Or does it go like, well, we went to Elitch's, and then we went home, and at Elitch's I rode on a ride, and then we went to bed, and do you guys see my point?
Wait,
It should be sequential. And I honestly, from your assessments I've seen, this is not an issue, but just double check. Last, end. The ending. Are they tying it all together? Is it an ending that makes you go, that was really good. I really enjoyed it. Or was it that's it? And if it went like that, then get in there and help them fix it. Did they give that piece, that end, like that special touch, you guys, okay? Yeah, exactly.